Welcome to Kingdom Treasures. Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial and thought-provoking stories in the Bible. What really happened between David and Bathsheba? Was it a tragic love story, a tale of power and manipulation, or something else entirely? Join us as we explore the most controversial love story in the Bible. To truly understand this story, we need to start with Bathsheba's background. Bathsheba, a beautiful woman with captivating eyes, usually dressed in elegant traditional biblical robes, symbolizing her grace and the complexities of her life. Bathsheba was the daughter of Eliam, and her grandfather was Ahithophel, a close advisor to King David. She was married to Uriah the Hittite, a loyal soldier in David's army. Bathsheba's lineage and connections were significant. Her father, Eliam, was one of King David's mighty warriors, which indicates that she came from a family with a strong military background and loyalty to the king. Her grandfather, Ahithophel, held a prestigious position as one of David's trusted counselors, which added to her family's high standing in society. These relationships illustrate that Bathsheba was accustomed to living in proximity to power and influence. Her marriage to Uriah the Hittite further cemented her place within the elite circles of David's kingdom. Uriah was not just any soldier, he was a member of David's elite group of warriors known as the Mighty Men. This highlights the respect and honor that surrounded Bathsheba's household. As the wife of such a prominent soldier, Bathsheba likely led a life of relative comfort and respect within the community. However, despite her seemingly secure and upright existence, Bathsheba's life took a drastic turn due to events that unfolded through no fault of her own. The shift from a life of normalcy and honor to one marked by scandal and intrigue began with an encounter that would forever alter her path. This change in circumstances set the stage for a series of events that would not only impact her life, but also have far-reaching consequences for King David and his reign. David, a handsome and charismatic king, often wore royal biblical garments, including a tunic and crown, reflecting his authority and inner conflicts. King David is often celebrated as a man after God's own heart, but his life wasn't without its moral failings. Despite his close relationship with God, David was not immune to temptation and sin. This is where our story takes a dramatic turn. One evening, David noticed a beautiful woman named Bathsheba bathing on a rooftop. Bathsheba was the wife of Uriah the Hittite, one of David's loyal soldiers. Driven by desire, David sent for Bathsheba and committed adultery with her. This act marked a significant moral and ethical lapse in David's life, revealing the vulnerability and flaws even in those highly favored by God. Bathsheba soon discovered that she was pregnant, and she informed David of her condition. In an attempt to cover up his sin, David devised a plan to bring Uriah back from the battlefield, hoping that he would spend the night with Bathsheba and believe the child to be his own. However, Uriah, showing unwavering loyalty to his fellow soldiers, refused to go home while the ark and Israel's army were encamped in open fields. Faced with Uriah's steadfast behavior, David's desperation escalated. He orchestrated a more sinister plan. He ordered Joab, his military commander, to place Uriah at the forefront of the fiercest battle, and then withdraw, ensuring Uriah's death. This deliberate act of sending Uriah to his death was a grievous sin, compounding David's initial transgression. Unable to resist his desires, David summoned Bathsheba to his palace. Bathsheba, a beautiful woman with captivating eyes, usually dressed in elegant, traditional biblical robes, symbolizing her grace and the complexities of her life. Despite knowing she was married to Uriah, he engaged in an adulterous affair with her. This was not just a momentary lapse in judgment, it was a significant moral failing on David's part. When Bathsheba discovered she was pregnant, panic set in for David. He attempted to cover up his sin by calling Uriah back from battle, hoping he would sleep with his wife and think the child was his. But Uriah's loyalty to his comrades kept him from doing so. David then tried another tactic, intoxication. He got Uriah drunk, hoping it would lower his inhibitions, but Uriah still did not go home to Bathsheba. Desperate and cornered, David resorted to an unthinkable plan. David ordered Uriah to be placed at the front lines of battle, where the fighting was fiercest. ensuring he would be killed. This act of treachery led to Uriah's death. Afterward, David married Bathsheba, thinking he had resolved the situation. However, God was displeased, setting the stage for divine intervention. God sent prophet Nathan to confront David. Nathan used a parable about a rich man who took a poor man's only lamb to illustrate David's wrongdoing without directly accusing him at first. When David condemned the rich man in the parable, Nathan revealed that David himself was that man. Confronted with his sin, David realized the gravity of his actions and expressed deep remorse. This moment marked a significant turning point in his life. He acknowledged his wrongdoing before God and sought forgiveness. The story raises complex questions about Bathsheba's role in these events. Was she a victim of David's power and influence, or did she play an active role in their affair? Scholars have debated this for centuries. Some argue that Bathsheba may have been imprudent by bathing in a visible location, possibly knowing that she could be seen by someone from the palace. Others maintain that David's actions were predatory, exploiting his position of power to coerce her into an adulterous relationship. Scholars are divided on how much agency Bathsheba had in these events. Some view her as an unwitting victim caught up in circumstances beyond her control, while others see her as having some level of complicity due to her actions or lack thereof. In analyzing Mosaic law, it's essential to consider that both parties were guilty under the law for committing adultery. However, the power dynamics between a king and one of his subjects complicate the issue further. As we conclude this exploration into one of the Bible's most complex stories, it's important to reflect on what we've learned about human nature, power dynamics, and morality. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe to Kingdom Treasures for more biblical insights and explorations into other fascinating stories from Scripture. We want to hear from you. What do you think about Bathsheba's role in this story? Was she a victim or an accomplice? Share your thoughts in the comments below.